what? All week we have featured stories of Siouxlanders who have benefited from weight loss surgery through CNOS, and we've chronicled their decision and education before the procedure. Well, tonight a patient walks us through her decision to have surgery, and then we follow the surgeon into the operating room to talk about the procedures he performs, the recovery time, and the road ahead. Here's KTIV's Matt Breen.
Then it started to be when my kids.
Mother of two, Maddie Smith, said her weight simply wouldn't let her keep up with her growing kids.
I couldn't really run after them without getting winded. Whenever we were walking any place, my back would be so painful that I'd be able to walk for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'd have to sit down or like lean on something because of how painful it was.
Smith was miserable. She suffered from plantar fasciitis, and the pain in her back, hips, and ankles was debilitating.
I knew for about 5 years that I wanted to have surgery.
But at the time, her insurance wouldn't cover the surgery. A new job and different insurance changed that.
That's what kind of put me on the path to, yes, I can finally do this.
Her research led her to CNOS and bariatric surgeon Dr. Jim Hegvik.
My sleeve gastrectomies take between 30 minutes and an hour. The bypass takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Years ago, both procedures required the patient to be cut open. Those open procedures can now be done with 4 small incisions rather than one big one, thanks to technology. Meet Da Vinci. Da Vinci is a robotic platform designed to help surgeons perform minimally invasive procedures.
With laparoscopic surgery, everything is just left and right or pinching, but the robot has wristed instruments inside, and so we can sew a lot easier. You get to sit, so ergonomically it's comfortable, but I think I offer a better operation. It's just a more precise way to do it.
That allows patients to go home sooner. Many gastric sleeve patients go home the same day. That's the procedure Maddie Smith had, and she couldn't be happier with the results, especially her kids.
When we go back and we look at like videos and pictures, they will always make some comment about, yeah, you couldn't do as much back then because you hurt a lot. But at the same time, they're like, we're glad you can do things with us now because we go lots of places and do lots of things. And we go on walks, we ride bikes, and we go kayaking, and so it's a lot of fun.
And weight loss surgery is one option that CNOS provides. They also offer medical weight loss option, semaglutide. It's the active ingredient in the diabetes medication Ozempic and weight loss medication Wegovy. Both help control hunger, appetite, and blood sugars.
I think it's just another tool in the toolbox, just like surgery is. It's not the end-all be-all. It won't do it completely for you. You still have to make the lifestyle changes.
And the way semaglutide works is by slowing down the gastrointestinal tract, so it actually makes you feel fuller longer. That suppresses the patient's appetite. Well, make sure to tune in to our half-hour live special, Shifting the Scale, airing Thursday night at 6:30 on KTIV. We'll have CNOS doctors and nurses in our studio to answer your questions about weight loss surgery and medical weight loss options. You can email your question right now to connect@ktiv.com, and it might be answered live during our special. Again, that's Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. right here on KTIV, Siouxland's news source.